Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you. Another beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Hollandale Beach, and a big Sunday afternoon as well. That's a fast main track you're looking at. There's the Tapeta. That turf is looking great. We'll be back on the grass before you know it. But the big news is, of course, today is a mandatory Rainbow Six Day. We made it here. I don't even know what the carryover is, but we're expecting
over 150.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
We're expecting a pool of well over $1 million today. They love to send it in. Can't do it without you. There we go. There. It's going to start in race number 5 today, 2:56-ish in the p.m. And we both have tickets. We filmed the video yesterday as well. That is out there, and looking forward to that a little bit later on. It's a fun card today.
Yep, it is indeed a beautiful day out in South Florida, and hope everybody has had a nice weekend so far. We have a great one spending it all with you, and get to do it all over again today.
Yeah, without a doubt. Big early pick 5 yesterday. $17,000
Yeah.
and change.
Yeah, and there was one horse I felt like you needed to come up with.
Yeah, for 50 cents. So let's take a look at my early pick 5 now. A couple of big scratches in the opening leg. So here's a $27 early pick 5 in race 1, and late scratches in race 5 that we'll obviously get to. Pete, of course, is upstairs. Race number 2 is the 7, Vanessa's Wish on top. Race number 3, the 6, and that is High Prince at a short number. Race 4 is the single, and that is number 7, and that is my best bet, Bella Mendy for Rohan Crichton. And a couple late scratches kind of sort of just came in race number 5. So I scratch into the 1, and that is Message from the King.
All right.
Herb
Miller.
Yeah, I tried to get him home yesterday. Doesn't work. We'll try it again today. But we'll start on the Tapeta in race number 1. We're at 5.5 furlongs in what is an $8,000 3L here. We've got scratches of the 3, Internal Capital, the 4, Don't Answer, and the 8, Frizzon. So this race is, kind of we're bobbing and weaving here. I lost my top pick. You've got Otto on top. Is that a scratch into
No,
Otto?
I had Otto the whole time. I know,
right.
wild. But he got on the Tapeta again last time. He's now had 2 seconds. I like him even more now with the scratches. I get it. You're supposed to see it through when you have your head in front at the last call. But Selecto was good that day. He's one that's just been right there, lightly raced. I think he's going to be fine here.
Yeah, you're going to have some value in here as well. I do scratch into the 7, and that is Our Money Moves. I'm going to show you the race last time, too, because what I'm going to show you is, you just look on paper. Oh, he won by 4 1/4 lengths. Oh, good for him, whatever. He didn't do anything. He actually really ran well in this spot, because that's not a good – I know he's 9 to 5. That's not a good spot to be, chasing between, dueling between, and it's just – he runs off the screen. Now we're away from Carlos David, but Pablo Torres, pretty darn good off the claim. 23% from a 22-horse sample. I'm just saying, when you see what was going on in the middle of the race and you see what happened at the end of the race, horses aren't supposed to win by 4 1/4 lengths last time. It was a good effort.
It was huge because he was in the middle of a three deep duel. That's very tough to win. I'm just going to try to bet. I am not trying to. I'm going to bet on him to regress after that one.
It is what it is. Yeah, this is a sharp barn off the claim, but that was a seismic effort. Baytown Parfait is interesting. That's the one I added in. I honestly, with the late scratches in the race 5, I could have used him in my early pick 5 because he is dropping pretty significantly.
Big time. Yeah. Absolutely big time he is. And those races that he's coming out of, they were really tough on the grass. Listen, he is 0 for 5 on the Tapeta, but he's never sprinted on the Tapeta, so why not? Obviously, you look at his form. He's stuck in neutral going 2 turns. Let's shake it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's not the same when you're showing speed routing as it's sprinting, but he could have the ability to at least lay close early. We're going to buzz along because we got a lot to show you for the rainbow sequence. Early pick 4 in race 2, 5 on the Tapeta here. 12-5 maiden claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 1 and Divya. The 3 Belle of the South is also out. Let's take a look at Samantha's early pick 4 ticket.
Yep, and I do have my best bet in race number 3. That is Grecian 7-6. Race 4, I've got the 2 on top. It's my long shot. And in race 5, I just hit the all ball here, Brian, because with the condensed field, I don't get how it's going to set up. Unfortunately, I did have my long shot in that race the whole time. That was the 6, John Luca Be Lucky. But I that's out, whatever price, it's out the window here.
All right, there we go. $24. We'll go start it now in race number 2. Belle of the South would be the big scratch in there. Samantha's on the 8. Mario's Sweet Girl for Steve Badu off a state bred special weight race. It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. And this is a 5-year-old mare that made her debut. There's nothing special about that. Obviously, that's like a huge red flag. But a big drop in class here. She needed the race. Remember, she was as big as a house. But she still has gone away for a little bit. But they've been drilling her on the dirt, which I like. That gets more fitness into them. I think if she can just take a little bit of a step forward, she's right there.
Not going to have to be that much, that's for sure. On the 7, Vanessa's Wish. Necked out last time, and she was up the inside the entire length of the stretch, and we know that's just not where you want to be.
No, and she's just improved leaps and bounds since stretching. I mean, to cutting back to the sprint distance on the Tapeta here. So, yeah, where she was, it's not where you want it to be. It's a condensed field for her now.
Safi's got the 9, Il Soit Oro, who's, the horse to beat, but she is no great shakes at all.
No, and watch her to see about Candy Buzz maybe later in the Rainbow Six.
Yep, good point. We'll see, because she's going to be, I would assume,
the favorite.
She'll be the favorite. She doesn't really have much of an edge on anybody.
But she's got at least a race under her belt.
Yeah, I agree with that. She
helps.
should move forward off that, and to be sure. Race number 3 at a flat 1-turn mile on a fast main track, $8,000. 3-year-olds or 4 and up, which have never won 3 races. This is a clean field of 7 in here. Number 4, Granitian 7-6, on top for you, Jose Morelos from Mark Cassie.
Yeah, this was an interesting claim by the Mark Cassie barn. You don't usually see this. Yeah, it's very interesting, but he gets back to the main track where he's got to win. He's such a big, heavy horse that he's way too big for the turf. I know he has a win on it, but that's on that super speedy highway of Del Mar. I don't really count that as a true grass horse type of thing. He's going to be much better getting back to the dirt. And we've got a stat on the Mark Cassie barn as well that I wanted to show. Routes turf to dirt. This is perfect.
Yeah, not bad at all, and the big ROI there as well.
Yeah.
The barn's starting to pick up some wins too, and it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, for the quality that the barn has left here, that hitting the board I think is good.
Yeah, without a doubt. You're going to have, I would assume, too, horses that are going to be bet really hard, because there's a couple horses in here that can't possibly win.
Yeah.
So you're going to auto default wagering wise to the 5 Grand Jefe, the 6 High Prince. I put the 6 on top. It's not a great pick here. He's perfect in the exact.
Yeah.
Lou the Body absolutely freaked in the slop last time.
I think the slop just moved him up.
Exactly.
That was all that was.
Yeah, exactly. And certainly Grand Jefe off a huge 2L win is a major player as well. We've got a middle pick 4 in race number 4. I'll just tweet that out. It's a kind of a mix and mash of the early 5 and my rainbow. This is at 5 furlongs on the Tapeta. 12-5 maiden claimers here going at it. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the outside horse. The 9, Clea, is out of here. Samantha's on the 2, Rain in My Heart, at a huge price.
Yeah, so she's a filly sprinting on the Tapeta, daughter of Bouchero for the first time. She has not run well at all, but why would she want to go a mile on the dirt? She at least showed some interest early on. I don't know if she can run at all. I'm looking back at her sprint races earlier in the year with Kathleen O'Connell, or this time last year. But we usually see such a big wake up with these Boucheros getting to the Tapeta, and this is not a field where I'm really afraid of anybody. So why not take a shot with a horse like this?
I don't disagree with any of that. That's the only reason she's not 30-1 on the morning line, to be perfectly honest with you, because she's been beaten literally.
Yeah.
But she hasn't beaten a horse. She's beaten 1 horse home in her last 3 races. She's been beaten a combined over about 100 lengths. But you're also going to Angel Rodriguez, who has done good work with horses in the barn. Check the tote. Maybe they bet this horse a little bit. Good to see Elijah Greenidge get a win the other day, to be sure. My best bet is in here, and it's Bella Mende, who's we haven't seen since March 21st. She's working well in Rohan now. We've talked about this. He might be getting going a little bit.
I could not agree more, but I've just had a hard – to me, this was a gal to fade just when you're 0-6 on the Tapeta.
Yeah, he hasn't run her on the Tapeta.
That's fair.
That's the one thing I wanted to know. And my goodness, I like what you're doing, because who are you going to trust in here? Midaletta down on the inside. She ran very well at 20-1. sprinting on the Tapeta last
Yeah,
night.
she did, and I like the switch to Jose Morelos on the rail too. Yeah, I think he'll be aggressive with her.
Yep, and I think if she breaks running and he is aggressive, the lead is there for the taking, to be sure. So we zipped through 4 of them because we've got 6 remaining, and those are the Rainbow 6 races. Stay tuned. We'll take a break here. When we come back, it's mandatory Rainbow 6 time.
And they're off.
Win big with new DRF All Access Past Performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access Past Performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian Adel, Samantha Perry with you here on a mandatory Rainbow 6 Sunday afternoon here in Hollandale Beach. Looking forward to that. Fast main track. The weather looks great. The pool should be very, very healthy. As we mentioned, we've filmed a video kind of going through this a little bit. We'll start with Samantha's ticket. I have not seen it yet, so let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, let's check it out. I know I did hit the all ball here.
Okay.
172.80. Wow, that's a really specific price there. Race 6. This is the unfortunate thing. I'm using 4 here. I can't see him. There was nothing, absolutely nothing on any of these first-time starters. So this is tough for me. If I could see him, I could make a decision and cut this down probably to just 2 horses. But it is what it is. I've got Thar on top. Race number 5. I do have race number 7. Sorry, I do have the 5 on top. And that's my spread race. I think that's a very tough race. Race number 8. I'm just gonna single wink of an eye off the trainer switch. Race 9. I do have the 3 on top. Take care of business. I always had this horse on top. I'm using Mr. Narcissistic, and in the finale, I always had Valiant Winter on top. I didn't lose any top picks today, which I found really interesting. But yeah, this is again. Race 6, that's the one that you could check some double will pays to maybe see who they're playing and maybe cut that down, and that would knock the price down a little bit at least.
All right. Mine came way down. I actually had a budget ticket to tweet out
did,
too.
Yeah.
I don't even think I really need it anymore. You can see mine because of these late scratches and a big one in the race 10 as well. So I'm at 115.20. 3 deep here to start. I'm not going to use Samantha's top pick. In race 6, the top pick is the 2, Trelawney, the firster for Jose Pinchin. Race 7, I do agree with what you kind of alluded to, and that's why my long shot's in there, the 9, Bianca Hart. Race number 8, I've got the 5 on top, Carol's Honor. I was so looking to play against Gabaldon today, but
I know.
that's neither here nor there anymore. Cruisin' Man in race 9, the 5 on top for me. Mr. Narcissistic will be a lot of singles for a lot of people in that spot. And in race 10, I scratch into, I hope everything's fine with No Bill's campaign. He scratched out. It makes it for a way better race, I think, and it makes it for what could be a much deeper and more competitive race. So I scratch into the 3, Valiant Winter. Not that he had to win, but he probably would have been a pretty stiff favorite. So there you go there for $115.20. And let's start it out. We got replays galore, but your top pick is a horse I was not going to be talking about at all, right? So this is the 6?
Yep.
Gianluca Be Lucky. Let's just bookkeep here. Race 5 is a mile 70 on Tapeta, $25,000 claimers. 3-year-olds are 4 and up, which have never won 2. Late scratches. The 2, Rashid, is out. The 3, Easy Answer, was early. The 5, Secret Bajent Man, one of my favorite named horses. He is a late scratch as well. We'll start the rainbow with a field of 4, and Samantha will have the biggest price on the board, Gianluca Be Lucky.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get pace set up here with this guy. I don't know if I will anymore with the scratches, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Blinkers go on. He makes the trainer switch to the Armando de la Cerda barn. I like that Jose Morelos gets aboard here. His races on the grass were good here. They were against state breds, yes, and this is a big ask for him. This is a big stab, this horse is here, but with the scratches, I thought maybe he would play out a little bit better. Here I am talking myself off of him a little bit, but I think he's going to fit the Tapeta just perfect. Flatters on the Tapeta have been pretty good.
Yeah, and funky things can happen in four-horse fields. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely right.
I scratch into Message from the King. If you watch my video, what I was going with is that the 628 turf race was going to win this race.
Right.
He's in. Rashid is out. He's going to be close early. He could even lead if they want to. So I kind of feel like he's the best horse. I don't necessarily know how much it matters.
I know.
But I think he is.
This race got way more wide open with the scratches here. You look at his race on the April 26th against tough fields. He really spit the bit big time, and he's technically the slowest in the race. But now I don't know.
Well, let's show you the actual Tapeta horse in the race. Okay, that's the 4. Try to make sense off the claim here for Frank Sinalana from Safi, but he was pretty game gutting this out, albeit at 12-5 at the bottom in a maiden claimer.
Well,
he comes in off a win
He
on
do-
Tapeta.
That's true, but he beat Live to Ride, and look at him yesterday. That's what put a bad taste in my mouth.
Absolutely. No, I'm not disagreeing.
He did it gamely, at least.
He did, and I know it was for a prolific trainer, but, this actually is a barn that is 1 for 4 off the claim, so he's been able to do this in the past, and I just don't think you can lose sight of the fact that he has a win on Tapeta, and nobody else here does.
That's accurate, yeah.
This is probably not going to cut it.
No.
But he's done it.
Well, and he was in his left lead late, too. So, it's this, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
he's got to, like you said, he's got to win. That's huge in this race.
It really is. He's got to step up, but he's done it, and I think that's a big deal. Good luck in race 6. Samantha's going to help you out, but again, you got to look at the double will pace to see which of these 2-year-olds are live. I'm pretty confident it's a maiden special weight for 2-year-olds at 6 furlongs on a fast main track. Now, with all that being said, they're going to bet Trelawney, right?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, they're going to bet Thar, who's your morning line favorite, and they might bet Redlands Rebel too for being Cone. So the surprising thing to me would be if the 6 is bet and maybe the 3 hammed on. Let's start with your pick, who's just can't see anything, but is working wildly fast for Jose D'Angelo, and that's the 5 Thar.
Yeah, the Charlatans. Oh, man. That was a really cool horse for Bob Baffert.
Sure.
Yeah, a unit of a horse. 2 for 5 with 2-year-old first-time starters.
Okay.
So pretty good there. Like you said, quick works. Does he see it through? That's the question.
The one winter I was at Fairgrounds is when Australasia was with Brad Cox,
Brad Cox,
and rolling. She was really good. She was a Louisiana bred that started her career 6 for 6, won her debut by the length of the stretch.
Yeah.
She actually went to Belmont and won the Jersey Girl against Open Company. She was really good. That's why they paid $350 for this son of Charlatan. So Jose does tend to work him fast in the morning. He doesn't tend to win too much in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But I think, and again, I might be totally wrong with this morning line. I would assume this horse is going to be the favorite.
Oh, they love to bet the bullets, of course.
They love to bet the bullets.
Yeah.
The other reason, too, is Malback is slow. Let's show you Malback, and then I'll talk about Trelawney. This is a dangerous horse because he's got to run, and that's a big deal. And Jose, as I mentioned, is not going to crank him up, and he's up to 19% second out. Edgard rode on debut. He's back here, too.
And this was just a tough post position as well. Breaking from the rail, he really had to get after him, keep him in the race, and he paid the price for it that this day. That's all that needed to be said, and just the barn is so much better second time out, like you alluded to. He still has a lot of try in him, which is fantastic. And look at this here, second time starters. This shocked me. This is huge. This is a barn that probably this time 3 years ago, Brian, or 2 years ago, we were not saying this.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And 3 years ago, he didn't have a $350,000 son of Charlatan, or this is a $150,000 son of Violence. It's a testament to Jose and the team and just how good and how quickly they've kind of come of age. I'm on the 2 Trelawney and Jose Pinchin. He's had a great year, and Jose Pinchin knows his family so well because he bred this horse. a homebred here, a half to Atomically, who ironically
Yes.
wasn't the horse that won her debut. The half-sister did. So this is the third foal from a very precocious dam. I know that Uncle Chuck has not been
Still no
great.
first-time out winners. Yeah, but 0 for 5, so I don't know.
Yeah, I like the 5 furlong works here. Again,
That's good.
Tote board. We got a live jock in Jose Morelos. So I would like to think we could get out of this race with these 3. Hamdoon is interesting for the Mubaraks.
Yeah, because they had a horse that I thought my cat was bigger than the horse and won on the turf.
Sure.
So there's nothing to see on the horse at all. These War of Wills, meh.
Half to Copper
Yeah.
Master. We know him around here.
We do,
He was
yeah.
okay. And, Redlands Rebel, I can't play this horse from this post position.
No.
There's no pedigree, but you got Biancone and Ocasio, and they've had just a seismic year with 2-year-olds,
Yeah.
too.
I think that horse will hit the board. Just seeing how that 2-year-old first-time starter ran yesterday, I think this.
Okay.
This
And that horse didn't have a lot going on either.
Nope.
And that horse was way outside, too, I think,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Race 7 kicks off the late pick 4. We'll tweet all that kind of stuff out. We're rainbowing here today. 5.5 on the Tapeta for 3-year-old fillies or 4 and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch the 3. Neblina out of this spot. Samantha with Garuda for Bobby DeBona.
Yeah, this horse here has just run really well. She's just done everything so nicely. Now, last time out, she just kind of threw a clunker a little bit, but that's okay because you look at her last 4 races other than that one, she's been fine. So I'm just going to take that as an exception, not the rule with her. Now, here's the thing. You'll be able to know very quickly about if she's got anything because they could maybe get on a streak of start going downwards from here. But I think Bobby DeBona is got her right.
Man, she's 0 for 9 on the Tapeta.
That's
that
what's
bugs me.
I know that you're exactly right.
I used
know.
her, though. I'm not getting beat by this barn and
Yeah,
playing a real
I don't know why I
ticket.
put her on top, to be
That's
honest.
for sure.
Oh,
Well,
there's so much speed in here.
yeah,
that
there's
was
a lot
it.
of
Yeah,
speed.
there's
Well,
so much speed.
That's why I'm picking Bianca Hart. Let's show
Yeah.
you. I said this in the video we taped. This is, to me, the last time she had a fair chance, okay? Because she's certainly not going to win a 2-turn turf race.
Right.
She was in, she's 1,000 to 1 against Warda and Coco Abario. This is the race. And this, to be perfectly blunt, this race wouldn't even win today. But she's coming up the fence.
Yep.
That's no good.
No.
And she wins really nicely. And Samantha's last thing before she threw it to me is the other reason I picked her. There is a world of speed. And, oh, by the way, she did this at 5 furlongs. That's not easy to do.
No, not at all. And we're at 5.5 today.
Uh-huh.
So now it's just a matter of can she get back to that.
Listen, she's 15 to 1. She's a stab, but she's a,
Why not?
Why not? Let's show White Claw Woman. She didn't have a fair go of it
No.
last time either. We talk about this a lot. When you're going 5.5, if you have to tap on the brakes for, a half a step, you're in real trouble. So here she is here, and that's a lot more than that. As she drops back and lose key position early, she had to hustle, and then she's just mired down on the inside, basically the entire way through the stretch. She's going to get off the fence and kind of get into the 3-pat, but that's still, for me and my analysis, we'll call it, that's still being down on the wrong part of the track.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, and what's funny you say that because on the thoroughgraph sheets they have it as a dead rail that day.
Well, that could be pretty much every day unless
Well,
it's,
yeah, but I feel like the thoroughgraphs do a good job at
I
really
agree with
keying
that.
off. So, but I agree. Now, and most of the time it doesn't work, but extra, not this time.
I agree totally. Smile Post, Samantha's second choice, my 4th choice, and my tickets as well. The only 2-time winner in the race.
Huge.
Big
Yeah.
deal. Race number 8 kicks off the late pick 3, 6.5 on a fast main track. 3-year-old fillies or 4 and up, which have never won 3 races. Clean field of 6 in here. Wink of an eye for you off the Carlos David barn. Look out.
Yep, that's it, really. Coming off of a 3rd place finish, but 2 starts back, it was a win. It's hard whenever you go through your conditions, non-2, non-3, whatever. This horse just buzzed through a non-2 in a big way, and then she she came back and opened and just couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get a nice effort. I like the fact that Bug is on today as well.
Carol's Honor. Watch how you're going to look at your form. Oh, she won by 7.5 lengths last time. Big deal. You know, there was nothing happening. Watch, she had to run really,
Yeah, we'll watch that
really
replay. Yep.
hard. She's perfectly drawn today. We're going to show you a stat in a second about Kathleen O that's going to flatter her.
Oh, my God.
This is the old race within a race, okay? And she's kind of she had to really be used hard to get this position. She's got a 7-5 who's lapped onto her from the outside. That's not where you want to be. This is a dream trip for Elagio, and she's going to look over at her in a second here, and she's going to laugh at her, and she's going to win off by 7.5 lengths. This is a big-time
Huge.
effort. The post is perfect. She's a 3-time winner in a field where everybody else has won 2 races.
Yep.
And we've got a stat as well. Now it's just the old jiggy jog here. Look at Kathleen
Oh,
O,
my God.
23%.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
She's fantastic, and this is just really, really flattering here. A huge sample, and it's right there in front of you.
And now conversely, I think you've got her in third. If Go Amy wins, she does it without me. We're going to show you now. This is a great testament of why you should watch replays. The difference between 2 races. We just showed you Carol's Honor winning off by the length of the stretch. This Go Amy's going to win by 12 lengths, and we're certainly not going to show you the whole thing. But the point is, one horse had to run wildly hard to win by 7.5 lengths. That horse got to do that, winning by
25.
12 lengths.
Exactly.
No, I don't.
That's fair.
Exactly. She's a huge play against for me. Angel Rodriguez, 22% off the claim. That's great, but that is not happening today.
Yeah.
They're not letting her walk the dog on the front end. Race number 9, late double, 5.5 on the Tapeta. It's a 1X. I don't ever remember a
I
1X.
know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
3-year-olds and up, big scratches. The wild speed of the 2 torches passes out. Gabaldon, your 9-5, at least morning line favored it out. Old Mr. Binks is out as well. But some
What?
take care of business.
There's so much speed
Well,
here.
not anymore, but
But yeah, I agree. But there still is.
There
Cruising
is.
Man, 20s and 20 and 4. Mr. Narcissistic, sit off of that horse. Street Rod, he could go. Currency Adios, he could go.
yeah.
So there's still some speed in here. I thought about changing him, but I thought, why the heck not? He gets back to the 5.5 furlongs again. He runs hard. I like the way Amisael rides this horse quite a bit. And by golly, one of these days, I'm going to get him home again.
You're stealing everything I said about this horse in March and April and November and September when I tried to get him home.
I've tried it too. You know,
He never
TCB. He
wins.
might TCB today. No, he doesn't. He might get set up well today. If they go like it looks like it's going to go on paper, he has a fair chance. If they don't, forget about it. We'll know at the first call, first quarter time.
They went 44 last time and he couldn't do anything. I'm busting your chops
That's
because
fine.
I've played him so many times.
Yeah,
too.
but that was going 5. I'm not
I
saying an
know.
extra half furlong would make a difference.
He's a big number.
Yeah.
I'm on Cruising Man here. I'm broken record here, but we're getting Rohan
Rohan.
going here. This horse has got speed. The big problem for him is Mr. Narcissistic could be 3-5 now with the scratch of Gabaldon. He might have been favored anyway. He should have been favored, but he wasn't because it's Gabaldon. He's to the outside of Cruising Man. Anybody that is on a budget today, that's your single.
Fair.
Mr. Narcissistic, right?
I agree.
So if we can beat him, if Samantha can beat him, everything blows up. Even Cruising Man will add some value to your sequence. Race 10 is difficult. It got more difficult with a morning line maiden special weight dropper favorite coming out of the race.
Yeah.
It's at 5.5 for a $25,000 maiden claiming tag, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 6 flashover. The big one is the 7 No Bills campaign, along with the 8 Grand Corridor. Always the 3, you said, though? Valiant Winter for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always had the 3 on top. Blinkers go on. I don't like the fact that this horse, as he started going, there was kind of like a break, and then we have to come back to the drawing board. But he's in the right spot in for the 25. Now the blinkers go on. We will cut back to the 5.5 furlongs, and he ran really well as a first-time starter doing this. The second race was a good one, too. Sneaky. He's all right.
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Turf, no thanks for a Valiant Minister. No way. I think they just wanted the distance, and they tried it. Layabout, that was a good race. That was a horse, Patrick Biancones, that blew up, and then is like really freaky turf runner as well. So, hey.
I scratch into him, but yes, yes, and yes to
I guess,
everything. Edwin Gonzalez, our buddy's got 1,998 career wins, so there's a chance because I think he's on a big morning line favorite earlier, so maybe at 5:52-ish in the PM.
Yeah.
Edwin's celebrating a well-deserved career milestone. He's got other live mounts that are a little longer in terms of at least a morning line. All right, we got the same exact as Sigan Viendo. It's D'Angelo. It's Edgard, and I would assume now, this horse is probably your favorite now, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't. The grass race he ran okay, but I don't like the grass. I don't like B jerseys on the grass, to be quite honest. The Tapeta race was good.
Yeah, and it's Tapeta way when you blow a length and a half lead in deep stretch, a cutback might not be the worst thing for this horse.
No, that's
right?
very fair. Yeah, but he has not sprinted, and Jose D'Angelo, he's like a need for speed kind of
Yeah.
a trainer, and if he started this horse going 7 furlongs on the dirt, I don't know.
We showed you Migratory yesterday. Well, we
Yeah.
showed you his race.
Yeah.
I'm going to show it to you again here. Nothing's happening here. You read your trouble line, traffic, quarter pole. No, there's just nothing
No, I
happening
kept
here.
watching it too.
No.
I was like, wait, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
The third place finisher came back to win. Here's my issue with Migratory. If you look at the thoroughgraphs for him, his last Tapeta race sprinting ran an 11. Nobody else is close. There's a 17, 16, 15, and a 20. If he can run that, he wins this race.
Yeah.
Easy. But he is a punchy horse. You just kind of, sorry, I was bearing down watching him there. If you see him, he's really quite punchy with the way he travels. He's a heavy, heavy horse.
First time on Tapeta for Laura Cesaris.
Yeah.
I think that's
but the barn has been
significant.
quiet this
A little
weekend.
bit.
Just saying. I don't know. I had to. I hate saying this. I don't like him, but I had to use him. I
Well, you
hate
can't
saying that.
not use him.
Exactly, especially when you look at the thoroughgraphs and you see he popped an 11 there. Like,
No,
yeah.
he's he. Don't be surprised if he's favored. In
I
this
wouldn't be
race.
surprised at all.
But he was 11-10 and 7-5 in his last two starts, and he could barely see the winner.
Exactly.
And we just showed you the replay. I promise you, he wasn't going to be 4.5
Yeah.
lengths closer to adversary. So, if you're playing a real ticket, you have to use them.
I mean, Irad couldn't drag him home.
Well, I think that's a good point too. How about risk factor? He's the one I added in instead of the 7 when the 7 came out. This is a cutback for Team Cassie on a horse that's turned into a runaway routing.
Which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Of like the 5-length lead back on June 22nd.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Like uncontrollable.
Right. Yep. I don't know if he's gonna break quick. Is he just gonna go? Maybe. Did you use him in your ticket?
He's the last horse I
Okay.
use only because my top pick scratched.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I
I
put
know.
him in.
I'm not sure what to do with him because my gut says no. But he has still been working well on the Tapeta, and he breaks sharp from the gate too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If he breaks running, that's actually going to help the 5,
Yes.
Sigan Viento. It might give him a target. It's
Right.
a compelling race, especially whether you loved or hated the 7. He was, deserved big favorite in the race.
Absolutely.
He's out now, so things get a lot more competitive.
Yeah.
Good, fun
And if
10
the
race.
9 wins, well, forget about it. We're done.
Sharpazano?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tapeta race 3 starts back was, Nolan Ramsey couldn't get him
Yeah.
done. Don't think so.
Nope.
Good, fun 10 race card, of course, highlighted by the Rainbow, race 5 through 10 today. Quick look at the lightning round. It's just kind of backing up what we've just talked about for the last, 35 minutes or so. The mandatory are expecting $1 million in the pool. I think it's going to be over that. And race 5 through 10 today in a fun sequence.
Very fun sequence. Race 5, like you said. So
Our friends,
Get after it.
Yeah, get after it. Our friends at the DRF are offering free pass performances
Yep.
for the sequence as well today. So that's pretty cool. You can head to their website, get free pass performances on our card, get scuffing up that rainbow. You got plenty of time. Yesterday, Andrea, the good Andrea. Not that she was bad last time. Maybe I
No.
beat up on her too much.
Yeah.
She was good yesterday.
she was. And the more that I thought about this race, remember how I told you I want to see, Love You Morgan shocked me last time
Yeah.
sprinting like that? fillies sometimes will give it to you the first time.
Yeah.
And then the second time, no. She ran so even, just she's got to go 2 turns or longer than this. But Andrea, she's a true sprinter.
Well,
there.
I think now the other thing to me is, was it the game face that Love You Morgan won?
Yeah.
I think that's much more the exception than the rule, too.
Yeah.
She's not much credit to Andrea and Safi for
Yeah,
getting her.
she's a nice filly. She
is.
really is. Yeah, but she's a light filly. She's pretty small, so I think that those really big efforts can she just can react off them a little bit.
Best bet for you today?
Grenetian 7-6 for me.
Okay, there you go, race 3. I'm a race later with Bella Mende in race number 4, the 7 horse. Your long shot got. What's going on?
No,
with your
it's rain in my heart. I don't know why I thought it was It's race 4. Yeah, it always was. I don't know why I thought this. Yeah.
Should be a big price.
Yeah.
And I am 1 peg below at 15-1, I believe, in the Rainbow with Bianca Hart. Pete's upstairs, scratches and changes. Happy to have you aboard. Don't forget Rainbow, probably around 3 o'clock in the p.m. Race number 5. We'll see you back here for the opener.